Welcome back, everybody, to the We Are Not Okay pod. I'm your host.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. Let's go. No, I'm your host, Jonan.
And I'm Melanie.
And, well, it's been not that long because now we're releasing stuff all
Yeah.
the time. So you're probably annoyed and / used to seeing our faces. So what's up? What's the vibe? Tell me. Let's get into it.
The vibe is great. We're having a great time.
Period.
I recently got this top, which is super cute.
Period.
It has little moons and suns and
tarot cards.
And it's nice and loose, but it's also
loosey-goosey,
cute.
period.
You know?
Period. I like. Where'd you get it from?
Ross.
Period. Shout out to Ross.
I love
Ross. Yo, I go there like every Sunday with my parents. So yeah, vibes are good, man. Work has been good. Still getting yadded. Oh, I don't have this one yet. I'm getting this one next week. Still getting yadded on my arms. I don't know if you guys can see, but my arms are all tattooed now. I have a healing tattoo that kind of hurts a little bit. So yeah, shout out to Joey. Joey _ McFlowy. I'm just gonna plug him right now.
Yeah, do it.
I love you. Thank you for changing my life. I know you're annoyed, but I talk to you every day. I love you. Te quiero mucho. We'll have you on the pod.
Which actually is something I didn't shout out on the previous episodes. Thank you to my boyfriend for making our intro.
Yeah,
and our
shout out to
outro.
Carlos. I love you. I love you,
So,
Baba.
We were looking at some, commercial use songs, and he was like, no.
Carlos said, MacGyver, I got you. Say less.
He was like, say less.
Listen, all I'm saying is this. Carlos and the old youth, we gotta bring them in.
I'm so excited.
We're closer to bringing them in. They're gonna be our first guests, and then our second guy. But we need the boys on. We talk about them so much. They're like in the lore at this point of our podcast.
Yeah, they are in the lore.
So we gotta bring them in. But
I already told them.
Okay.
I already said.
And they're down?
I think so.
Okay, period. Well, we have to talk about we're now getting closer to spooky season.
Yeah.
Very close. We got to talk about as part of being the emos, the elders now. We're elder emos.
Elder
apparently.
emos.
Yeah, TikTok.
Oh my God, when TikTok started talking about elder emos and they were like, yo, elder emos love this song. And it was like situations.
Yeah, and I'm like,
I was like, bruh.
Dude, I felt old actually the other day because I was on TikTok and I saw, I literally saw, what is it? Probably like a kid who's like 16, 17. And they were like, oh man, I would have killed to have been in high school during this era, and it was 2012, like young Vic Fuentes, like young Pierce Vale, Circus Survive.
God.
It was like a day to remember. Like someone's like, I would have killed, and they put like King for a Day because I remember the hype behind that song when it dropped.
I learned that song on my acoustic guitar so that I can cover it as an acoustic cover.
Did you really?
I never did, but
dude, you should do it now. The song is like in the.
I know it's like in the lore now. Of the universe.
Yeah, it's like now that song it's been cemented because of TikTok. How did that even get back into like the general, I don't
fucking know.
Yeah, because I remember like I started seeing it on TikTok. I was like, oh cool, King for a Day, and I was like, King for a Day, okay. Oh, there's a lot of King for a Day. Okay, what's going on? Yeah,
it became a trend. Like it was like that part where it was I told you think about it. Well, I did. And it was like this like change trend where between it was like their hot self and stuff. And so it just became popular. And then I saw Pierce the Veil duet a TikTok that Lizzo did with their song.
Oh, I think that's probably what continued to push it into the mainstream.
Yeah, because Lizzo made a TikTok with the song. And they were like, what the fuck is happening right now?
Yeah. I remember. I remember when I just I started seeing it everywhere, and I'm like, yo, and now like I think it's cool because we're kind of seeing. That's how we're getting older because we're seeing a resurgence in all of these songs that were popular when we were getting older. So, I mean, when we were younger. So I don't know. I mean, I think it's cool, but it makes me feel so old. Dude. That I'm like, dude, this is shit that like we were like young. But yeah, I'm starting to see TikToks of like, oh my God, like I remember being like, I wish I was a kid in this era. And then some people like the swag era, and I was like, that was like the worst era. Because it was like the scene era and like the swag era at like the same time.
Yeah.
That was terrifying. I remember like 8 a.m. seeing a kid in like a snapback and like a Champion hoodie. And I was like, dude,
it's 8
I'm trying to survive.
We're in high school.
Yeah, you're wearing Jordans and you're like tippy-toeing so you don't crease them. I mean, shout out to the sneaker community, but I was like, dude, I'm 12. Like I don't want to think about StockX. But we have to. We gotta bring back Warp Tour. I miss Warp Tour. It's so weird that we were both thinking about that today.
Yeah.
I was like, yo, Warp Tour, dude. Dude. I don't think they're ever gonna be able to do that again with like the old lineup. Maybe, but like to bring all those bands together in one location, I think it's kind of crazy.
Well, I mean, Warped Tour was ahead of its time for sure.
Yes.
Like they had, 70 plus bands playing,
and all the biggest bands,
the biggest bands.
Yeah,
like
they had the worst product.
I would love to be in high school during the 2008 Warped Tour because that's where Paramore played, Katy Perry played. Like all these bands, yeah.
What?
Katy Perry played Warped Tour.
That's so crazy.
Isn't that crazy?
That's kind of crazy.
Pharrell Williams played Warped Tour.
What?
Yeah, in a band called Nerd.
Yeah, Nerd. NERD.
Yeah.
Is it NERD or Nerd?
I think it's both.
Okay.
I think.
Wait.
It does stand for something.
So you mean to tell me those people like outside, like, yo, we're gonna go see Pharrell right now? Like that's kind of probably wild.
And then that was such a fun time. Like I went like 8 years in a row. Or 7 years in a row.
So you actually got older with Warped Tour?
Yeah.
You go to the last one? I didn't go.
Yeah, I went to the last one.
How was it? Was it sad?
It was so fun, but also so sad because me and my friend made it like our summer tradition to go to Warped Tour every year. Yeah. And that was the first Warped Tour where we could drink. So we got a beer and we were like sitting in the amphitheater and I felt bad because it kind of sucked. Yeah. Because like Warped Tour in the previous years, like you were constantly like, okay, we gotta go to this stage, we gotta go to that stage, okay, and then halfway through this set, we gotta jump over there because they're gonna be finishing their set and like this and that. And the coordination was so much fun. Yeah. But the last Warped Tour, like all the really, really big artists were in the amphitheater.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember hearing that.
You didn't want to like go anywhere because all the bands that you wanted to see were in the amphitheater.
And I heard they weren't like as around because before you'd just be walking to get some merch and there's like, oh, that's Ronnie Radke right there.
Yeah, I ran into Travis Cyrus like because Metro Station played one year.
Let's drop.
Yeah, literally. I saw them play.
We need to clip that soundbite of me because I say like every episode, let's drop.
Yeah.
Come on.
We need like a soundboard at one point.
It's right there, but we need eventually to have someone there to play because we need someone in the control thing just to like play the sound bites.
Yeah, right now it's just us guys.
Yeah, but eventually when we are doing this full time, which I have a feeling it won't take very long. I feel it when I feel things. We just gotta manifest. When I feel things, they happen.
We gotta manifest.
I'm telling you, when I feel eventually we'll have someone because then in terms of cutting and editing, like it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. It's just done like that. Anyways, I'm getting tatted next week. I forgot to tell you. Oh shit, I'm gonna date this podcast. Should I say it? Fuck it.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So Joey,
we've dated our podcast. Like I was watching the first episode and we were talking about Ezra Miller.
Oh my god, are they in jail?
They've been in. I don't know, man.
Bro, I don't think they're in jail. I think they ran.
They apologized.
But they're the Flash, so they probably got away.
I'm sorry. I quit the podcast. No,
is the Flash over?
No, they're still releasing it. That's why Ezra Miller had to apologize.
They were like, listen, dog, you said some crazy shit. Just apologize so we can just put this shit out, bro. Yeah, confirmed. DC is out there for clout. Only clout. Clout, period. So what was I saying? I'm sorry. I'm so amped up right now. What was I saying?
We were talking about Warped Tour.
Yes.
And then we said let's drop, and then we were talking about manifesting, making this podcast.
Yeah, full time. Yeah. No, I for editing purposes, yeah. Once we have someone there, they can just cut and like in between cameras, and it'll be a lot easier. But yeah, I'm getting 2 Reapers on my forearms.
That's gonna be dope.
Yeah, I'm gonna get a Reaper Panther and like a scythe with a girl, and everyone's like, "What does it mean?" I was like, "It means swag. That's what it means. It's fucking cool.
It means I'm an emo.
I mean, it's like
that has money now.
Yeah, a little bit. I mean, I'm kidding. No, but it's like, oh my gosh, I'm just so different. You know? No, it brings me. We got to get off the emo thing. 'Cause I know you and I can talk about this forever, but not everyone wants to hear fucking an hour of this. But
or maybe you do.
Maybe
let us know in the comments.
Yeah, let us know in the comments down below. Or if you hate me, love me. I mean, people are probably gonna say, I don't care. Every podcast I'm in, they're like, oh, I like that guy, or he's too crazy. You remember on our other podcast? They're like, he's just like a little bit too intense. I'm like, shut up, virgin. You're just not open minded. So as I saying, dude, yeah, now we're having a rap of jokes. You like that? Bro, what was I saying? What was I saying? I wasn't
focusing. About tattoos.
Yeah. No. Yes. It brings me. Yes, it brings me joy to know that like the younger generation, like they're still seeing kids.
Yeah.
They exist.
They exist.
And guys. I saw a few, and I was like, a dolphin, and I was like, the other day I was like, oh my god, I remember that was me.
Yeah.
I mean, did I talk about my over the pants handy at the Dolphin Mall? I think I did.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah,
You did.
that was a good experience. I see certain kids like living that, and I'm like, it brings me so much joy.
No, and I'm in the music scene, so
you see real younger scene kids.
Yeah. So sometimes at all ages shows, like you'll see like the young kids come in and they're like super emo, and I'm like,
yes, sir.
I've been there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Oh, dude, those are
the goths.
Oh,
like,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like the true goths.
Yeah. Not like TikTok goths.
No,
like real,
legitimate goths.
Yeah.
And like punks.
No, like they have devoted their lives to being goth and punk. Yeah.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I mean,
I love seeing it.
I feel like, what was I going to tell you?
If you are a young goth, emo, scene, punk kid, I love you.
I love you too. I love you too, man. I'm there with you.
And if you're not,
we just have to work adult jobs and pay rent. So that's why we're not a little bit more insane. I mean, I wear all this shit to work. You've seen me on camera. Like sometimes I'll pop up in the middle of like a live newscast in the background, like typing. I still wear my chains and rings. Don't ever let anyone stop you from being you, because I think the moment that you conform, you're fucking lame. So don't be lame.
Don't be lame.
Yeah, because everyone's gonna try to fix you into their mold, but if you do that, you're just gonna be like everyone else, and you don't want to be like everyone else. It's kind of boring. You know, you don't want to be that dude who wears, you know, I'm sorry to these people, salmon-colored shorts, you know, a Vineyard Vines, you know, a salmon, you know, salmon-colored shorts, a green shirt, and Sperry's. You don't want to be that person. I mean, you can if you want, right? I still love you, but you don't want to be that guy. You know what I mean? You're just going to the wharf on a Friday night, drinking the same 2 watered-down vodka Sprites, playing ping pong.
Don't go to the wharf.
Yeah, finishing in 2 minutes in missionary. I mean, you can do that if you want. I mean, look, all I'm going to say is this. We're not trying to get too explicit, but missionary is the best position. I feel like that's the original. That is the original procreating position.
I feel like we've talked about this.
I think we have. Yeah. That is the OG. You know what I mean? It's the most personal.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, I'm trying to bring it all in. For all of my emos. Wait. For all
what is the segue there?
Watch this. For all of my emos getting into the scene and getting sexually active, always wear protection. Always start in missionary and just see where the world takes you. Always get consent first. Very important.
Super
1,000
important.
times. Yeah, and every sexual encounter I've had, I always ask for like 90 things of you know, what is it? Consent. Like, you're good. Like, the first time I have sex with anyone, it sounds like a construction project. Like, I'm working in the. You good?
You good?
Do you want some juice? Are you okay? You know what I mean? You gotta just take care of yourself, stay healthy, wear a condom, use protection. Or you can you don't have to, but I think it would be the better option.
Yeah, that's usually the best option.
I feel like I don't want to sound like we're too old when I'm telling them don't do this. You know, like I'm just saying like.
Or the elder emos.
Yeah, you should present them an option. I mean, we've made it to the latter half of our 20s without having kids. That is an accomplishment.
That is an accomplishment. I am very proud of myself.
Yes.
You know.
Before we got into this whole thing about this sexual, sex PSA, where are we going?
We were on Warped Tour, and then we got like into this whole thing.
I don't know, bro. We can riff forever. I can't wait till we're doing this shit full time. We could do this every day. I feel like there's just like, you know how Joe Rogan, which, but you know how he gets to do it. He does it every day.
Yeah.
And he gets to do it full time. Like, that's the goal.
That's cool.
Like, imagine just pulling up every day and just being able to do 2 hours of just talking.
Yeah. That's fun.
And then eventually have like our own space and we can like customize it. But that's later. But yeah, I don't know. I just feel like, what was that? Bro, I was before I went into this thing about sex, what was I saying? We were talking about something important.
Tattoos, emo, Warped Tour. That was the last thing we talked about before this.
This whole PSA into not you wearing a condom. Well, I got a topic for you. Let me pull up. Yeah, we planned this. We planned this thing. I got a phone call. Should I pick up another phone call?
Another phone call on the pod?
Yeah.
Nah.
Okay. We already burned through that joke. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know what this person's gonna say anyways. Oh my gosh. Yes. This is the topic that I wanted to talk about.
What's up?
I've been waiting because I have a story. What We've all been through breakups. We've all been through relationships.
Oh no, I think I know which topic this is.
I've never had a girl. I'm kidding. I've never even kissed a girl. I'm kidding.
That's gross. Why
yeah,
would you kiss a girl?
I would never do that. I want to talk about our worst breakup stories. Because it's getting to spooky, you know, the seasons of spooky and the seasons of holidays, and everyone starts getting booed up. You know, the inventory, I know, it gets thinner towards the holidays, right? last year
the inventory.
Yeah, like
That's terrible.
So last year I was out there, now I'm not, but last year I was out there taking an inventory. So what's what is like the worst? And we don't have to drop names. I have a great one. But what is like the worst breakup story? And you could either you could choose to be the breakup-y or the person who did it.
Worst breakup story. I've had some really bad ones.
Yeah, I know.
Some really bad ones.
Yeah. Is there anyone that's like you could not have chose a more terrible time to do this? I have one.
I do. I'll have you start.
Okay. So last year, I'm not getting into specifics, and I'm sure this person's not going to watch.
I actually don't know if either of the people I'm talking about would watch or not.
Yeah, just fuck it.
But it's going to be a good time.
So it's called the We Are Not Okay pod. This is the other point. So I will never forget. I was on a big road trip with all of my best friends, and I'm going to give them a big shout out. I do it every episode. Shout out to Taco. Reed's not there because Reed is in New York, but we're going to have him on eventually. Yeah, he's got a lot of people that watch him. It's crazy. So shout out to Reed, but he wasn't in this story. I love you though, Papa. So it was Taco. It was one of my besties, Shelly, Sam, and Gata, his sister, and I think that was it. Yeah, I think it was us. And yeah, so we did a big road trip where we partied our balls off for 3 days in Vegas.
That's great. I love that for you.
It was exactly what you think. It was bonkers. Balls to the walls from the moment we landed. We got there, went to a dispensary. Weed is legal there. Went to a dispensary. We fucking partied our balls off every day.
I don't
went to a
think
casino at 4 o'clock in the morning. Gambled.
I don't think I've been to Vegas as an adult.
It's insane. It's insane. We had like a little bit of money in our pockets, so we were able to enjoy it. So we rented a car. So we had a not a cross country, but a cross state trip. So we did 3 days in Vegas, and then Vegas. I don't know how this works. Geography. I'm bad at geography. Remember, Vegas.
Nevada?
Yeah, Nevada.
But where are we going?
And then I went through Utah, and I stayed at an Indian reservation for 4 days. We stayed at an Indian reservation in Arizona. And
that sounds dope.
It was amazing. But the issue, okay, guys, because I'm very into fitness. I drink a lot of smoothies. I work out every day, jiu-jitsu twice a week. I try to keep myself healthy.
Yeah.
Dude, we went to Vegas, and then that same day, we checked out late because we partied too hard the night before. I had to call everyone. I was like, hey, I just used my news voice. I was like, hey, listen, like we're going to check out a little bit later because, we woke up a little late. Ah, absolutely. First of all, the hotel was called the Circus. Have you heard of the Circus?
No.
Is a clown-themed hotel. You could pay extra for rooms that are haunted. Yeah, some of the people got murdered in them and stuff. Yeah.
No.
I said no. They were like at the desk. I was like, no. And
wait, maybe I have heard about this.
It's terrifying. The Circus Hotel. Can you like drop a picture here?
Yeah.
It's just a shitty picture.
It'll probably be over this.
It's a shitty picture. Just the shittiest picture. Oh, it's a hotel. The first floor is a lobby with clowns everywhere. The second floor is I'm not joking. I wish I could joke about this. It is a shopping mall.
What?
Yes. There is a merch shop. Then in the next
merch?
side.
Wait, hold on.
Yeah, you can buy merch. You can buy it's like a fucking souvenir shop.
Can you describe the merch?
So you go in. Have you been to Rainforest Cafe?
I have been to Rainforest Cafe.
It's like a mall. It looks like a dark mall. Like everything, like the roof is like dark and it's super cold, like a fucking mall. There's a Starbucks, right?
Like a mall?
Yes, there's a Starbucks. And then this way, think of like a circle. Starbucks on the right. In the front of you, there is a place where you could bounce on trampolines. I wish I could joke. Circus Hotel, get it? Like,
yeah, it's like Circus, I'm sure.
Yeah.
And
then the other side was a fucking bowling alley. And then there's a merch shop. And then there's like all the touristy stuff. I don't know. The hotel is massive. I'm talking about like it's fucking huge.
Yeah.
So we go to this hotel. We check in. First of all, then there's about like 20, 30 floors. The 13th floor, obviously, I think it skips it, but there's rooms in every floor that have like a marking, and those are the haunted ones. You can pay more to go in those. I was like, no.
Why would you do that?
Yeah, the hotel was pretty cool though. On the inside of all the things smell like cigarettes. It's a fucking old ass hotel.
Yeah.
But you go inside, we check in. The room smells like pretty good, but like a little bit of cigarettes. Like someone had smoked a few cigarettes, and then maybe like their cousin like picked it up in the trash can and smoked the rest of it. Like it kind of smelled like a faint. Someone tried to mask it with Axe body spray. It's like a Varela locker room,
Oh, no.
And we get there, and I'm like, all right, bet. Like, we go, everyone sets up. You know, we change my Virgo rising. I, like, set up in my little area. I got my stuff. And, you know, we party. We do our thing. And, yeah, they are like, yo, you can stay at this shitty hotel if you want. It's super cheap. We stayed there for 3 days. We partied. The point is, we get out of there. We check out. And we drive through Utah the next day. But the last day, everyone's so hungover.
Yeah.
I was like, let me drive. I got a smoothie for everyone. We're driving through Utah.
Yeah. And
then and by the way, our dumbasses, because we're from Miami, we're like, bro, like, we would just go from like Utah to we'll go from Vegas to like Arizona in like 3 hours. It was like a 7-hour drive.
Yeah. Yeah. But I mean, it's like,
I drove a majority of the way. And it was very interesting, though, because you get to see it going from Vegas to desert to greenery to then desert again, which was very, very cool, very beautiful. You're driving up the mountains on the side. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
We drove a Kia Soul through this. Shout out to Kia Soul.
Shout out to Kia Soul.
Shout out to Hyundai, because Hyundai owns Kia.
Yeah.
So shout out to that. It was bro, we were fucking whipping that shit. We're blasting like My Chemical Romance.
Oh, that's
all the hits. All the hits. Yeah.
All the hits.
Yeah, it was amazing. Next trip you'll come with us. So we go, and I remember like, so when I went there, I'm kind of talking to this girl a little bit.
Okay.
And like we had like, I have known her for a year. I'm not trying to drop too many in for it too.
Yeah, no.
She has a boyfriend now. I mean, we're cool. She's cool. I think I was just like too crazy for her. And I've realized, and I'm cool with the fact that I'm just like a little bit too out there for certain people.
Yeah.
And that's okay.
That's
I'm a lot. I'm a lot. I'm crazy. My life is a lot. So we're talking. You know, it's getting there, right? We're kind of just picking up steam, and like we're kind of, you know, Gemini, Aquarius. It's kind of like, all right, like it's getting there. We go to Vegas, we land. It's still kind of going. I'm just tying this all together. So we go to Arizona after this voyage into Arizona. We're at an Indian reservation, so you're taking a shower with a cooler of water, and you're just dumping it on yourself for 3 days. And then we're sitting in a hut. There's a cot.
Yeah.
Just, you know, like a little pull-out thing, and you sleep on that. It was beautiful, though. It was one of the greatest experiences of my life. You got to see the sunrise. We were wearing ponchos. Everything's wood. It's a real hut that people stayed in.
Yeah.
It's like the, I don't know how to, not Native Americans, but I don't know the name of the tribe, but they stayed there. And we had a guide with us, and he could take us on like tours around the canyons. Like, it was like a legit thing.
Yeah,
he would set up a campfire for us, and so you took a shit in an outhouse. It was crazy. So long story short, we got time. Long story short, I talking to this girl, and after this long voyage, 3 days of partying, day 2 on the trip, she's kind of being a little, you know, and then day 3, it's like very spaced out text, and I'm like, whatever. I'm in the middle of the desert here, like dehydrated, tired, kind of hungover. We get to this place. This guy sets up a campfire for us. It's beautiful. Everything is going great. And I'm like, wow, I put my stuff down. We're looking at the stars.
Yeah.
I'm laying in the fucking desert. And I get a text from this girl that's like, hey, big dog, it's been cool, but like, I'm just not really feeling you right now. And I was like, what are you talking about?
That's crazy.
And she was like, so imagine like knowing that I was like, she knew that I was on this voyage.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, we're still friends. She's cool people. But I was like, dog. And she's like, yeah, I'm just like still like finding myself. And then dated someone right after. I was like,
yo,
I would rather you just say you don't fuck with me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, just say I don't fuck with you. And that's fine. But listen, I found love. I'm good. I'm happy. You know, that was the past. But it was such an inconvenience. Because I remember I was looking at the stars and I was like, now you have marred my trip with your bullshit.
Yeah.
And I was so mad. And I got fucking angry about it for like a little while.
Mm-hmm.
And then we became friends again. We started hanging out again. And then I was like, it was like a weird pendulum, you know?
Uh-huh.
And then we both were like, nah. But anyways, she's found love. She's happy. We're all happy. Everyone's found love.
We love that for her.
But that probably was the worst breakup because I was like, you fucking knew that I was on this trip and you couldn't wait till I was home? Anyways.
At least to do it like in person.
Dog, I was
like
in imagine like after this long day of traveling, you're like looking at the desert and she's like, hey, I gotta text you. You're like, what? I'm like, fuck, bro. So I didn't let that mar the trip. It was a really good trip. We ended up having a good time. But probably that was the worst breakup, I think. It wasn't a breakup, but the worst like letdown. I was like, damn, bro.
No, I had a really bad breakup.
Tell me about it.
So like it's like 2 years at this point.
Was that when I was still in overseas?
I don't know. I don't think so.
I think it was during the pandemic.
No.
Okay.
It was right before the pandemic.
Okay, it was that guy that you told me about.
Yeah, that guy.
I remember.
So, yeah, it was someone that had gone on like a study abroad.
Oh my God, I remember this.
And we had been dating for like almost a year. It was like an intense, like it was a serious relationship, or at least I thought.
Right.
And
in your early 20s, like you're like, this is the love of my life.
Yeah, I mean, it wasn't even that. It was just like
I was like that. And
it was
cool.
It was like my more serious relationship.
Yeah.
Out of all the ones I had before.
One of those, yeah.
And so, yeah, he was on his way back, and I get a text message.
Wait, he's like on his way back?
Yes.
Like he was hit a flight
at the airport.
No.
And he's texting me his breakup. And I'm like, what the fuck? I was dressed to go to brunch.
Oh my God.
With some friends of mine.
Okay.
So he's out here like texting me and this and that. And I was like, fuck you. Well, I didn't say that because I was like kind of like very in love with that guy at the time.
Hey, you're like really nice, Melanie.
Dude, it was so bad. And I was like, what the fuck is happening right now? And like the thing is that I felt so secure in that relationship that it came like sucker punch.
Yeah, I've done that.
What the fuck?
Sorry.
What? No, it was bad.
I mean, mine wasn't that bad.
And so he knew that I hated the fact that he texted me on top of that because I had a relationship beforehand where they texted the breakup. And I told him, if you ever do that to me, like, I'm going to be fucking pissed. And he did it anyway. And so he was basically saying, like, oh, I didn't want you to be excited for me to come home and, like, this and that.
You waited until you were at the airport?
Yes, dude. And, like, 2 days before, was, like, one of our, like, month anniversaries. And he said happy, like, whatever many months it was. Bad. And so... Wait, so I'm at brunch getting wasted, crying my eyes out. And he's like, do you want me to call? And I was like, fuck you. No, I don't want you to call.
Bro, you should have started it with a call.
That's what I'm saying. I was like, oh, so now you want to have a phone call.
Bad.
Like, motherfucker.
That's so bad.
And so, yeah. And then he ended up getting back and we, like, met up in person. And he was,
like one last little.
No.
Oh.
No. Okay. Like, he was just breaking up with me.
Oh, okay.
And
would you have like,
no.
Okay.
No.
I'm just saying. Sorry, guys. I was thinking like a man for a second.
I took that day off from work because I was so like heartbroken and shit. Oh my God. And I was like, yo, fuck this guy, bro.
I just think it's crazy that he's like, yo, it's not working out. I gotta go on a flight, peace. Like
literally.
It was an errand. That was an errand.
No, it was literally. I was like, are you fucking kidding me? That's and then he like 2 hours later is like, oh, want me to call you? And I was like, fuck you. No, I don't want you to call me.
I like how you still went to the brunch, though. I like how you still went.
I still went to the brunch because I knew that was going to be, like, cathartic for me.
Yeah.
To this day, it's still the infamous brunch because I was crying my eyes out.
That's so bad.
And that waitress that we had, like, gave us shots.
She's like, are you good?
And she's like, no. She was like, yo, fuck that guy. Like, here's some shots.
Yeah.
She was so nice. Oh, my God.
But wait, so he, like, are you guys still in contact?
No.
Okay.
We had... So at the end of 2020, I had tried again.
I remember that. Yeah. That I remember. Yeah.
And it lasted a month before he broke up with me for the same like weird.
Wait, so you let this man do the same thing again?
I didn't even I was just kind of like existing at this point because it was like a month of the relationship.
I think.
And he broke up with me, and I was like, I think I shed one tear.
And
I was like, anyway.
I don't think I cried with anyone that I was like talking to. That I was like,
no. But yeah, he's been blocked for like 2 years now.
King behavior.
Yeah.
The fact that it just blows my mind that he's like, all right, guys, all right, it was over. All right, I sent the text. So you're like, what? And he's like,
the fuck?
He's like, all right, I sent it, yo. Anyways, boarding for gate 5. You're like, all right, bro, I gotta go. I'll talk to you later. Peace out. Like, what?
Yeah, it was fucking.
That is that's psychotic.
It
behavior.
Was torment. It was truly torment. No, he was a Taurus.
Oh,
which is the crazy part.
Oh, that's weird.
But I don't know his chart though.
I don't think I've ever been mad enough at someone. I don't think I've ever had. I think I've had breakups. This is gonna get rough if I mention it. I've had a breakup. No, I've had a breakup happen to me where like it started off good and then kind of got very messy and stuff like that. And
I know who you're talking.
Yeah, it was like
don't mention
an error on both. But it was definitely like part of, big part of it was me. Like I fucked up a lot, and like, I'm okay with that. You learn, man, but I definitely learned from that, like how to communicate better and how to express myself, because I think like there was a lot of things that I didn't do well, and there's things I'm still working on, like I just, sometimes it's hard for me to like I can be everywhere, crazy, but then it's like to tell someone how I feel, like it was hard for me to become like firm and a little bit more like confront those feelings, but like actually working on this in this new position at work, you have to be firm with people. So it's actually helped me learn to be a little more like, okay, and maybe things would have been, things could have not fucking gone as bonkers as it was had I confronted my emotions. But breakups are breakups, and I think there should be a valuable lesson learned in any, although I sound like I'm doing like a broad stroke here, but there, it is a broad stroke in the sense that there is something to learn with every person, because everyone has such a different personality.
No, I learned a lot from like, that whole terrible, tormenting experience. And like, because it was right before the quarantine, like I think it was, we broke up and then like a week later, everything shut down.
Oh, wow.
Type of shit. It was like that. So I was by myself dealing with the breakup in my house.
That's rough.
It was so bad. It was rough. Like that was the hardest.
Yeah.
One of the hardest breakups I've ever had to deal with.
That's difficult.
Yeah, because my cathartic experience is going out with friends, like hanging out with people, going to shows, and like
mine is both.
Like just being around like friends and out, and like just doing things.
Yeah.
And I couldn't do that for a full year after that breakup.
Well, I mean, it really like a year and some change.
Yeah.
I mean, it was. I mean, I feel like there's times where like I walk my house past like the mask, and I'm like, yo, we used to have to wear that shit.
Yeah.
Do you remember lining up in Publix to go inside?
Yeah.
That was fucking crazy.
That's crazy. Costco, everything.
Wait, you got the vid?
What?
COVID.
Yeah, I did get the vid.
That's fucking crazy.
Which sucked ass, bro.
I dodged that for 3 years, baby. Blessed. Whew, missed me with that. It's 3 years. Oh, it's gonna be this year. It's 3 years.
Yeah.
I'll never forget the day that everything shut down, because I was literally at Tacos and Tattoos. Shout out to Tacos and Tattoos. I was literally at Tacos and Tattoos, and I was like looking at the news. And I was like, why is Channel 7 on? Oh, that looks pretty bad. And then I drove home and there was no cars. I'm like, something's not working out. And I remember like I was at work typing things in. They're like, can you work from home? And I'm like, yeah. And they're like, yeah, just work from home today. And then they're like, the rest of the week, we don't know when we're coming back.
Yeah.
So
the thing is that at work, we were all like working and stuff, and they're like, oh, by the way, guys, like you guys are gonna have to work from home for maybe 2 weeks.
Right.
You'll be back, so just take everything you need.
And everyone thought it was gonna be 2 weeks.
They were like, take everything you need, whatever. 2 weeks went around. 4 weeks went around.
How long were you working from home for?
I was working from home until January
of last year.
Of last year, yeah.
Oh, it's like so around the same time that they kind of called me back too.
Yeah, and then
I loved working from home.
We didn't have any of the main the operations team back, because it was only like the management team that was there. And then we started having like A and B schedule for like March or April.
And they're like, oh, y'all gotta come back now.
And then eventually we started having everybody come back slowly. And then we've just been back in the office. And then we had a couple COVID scares that sent us back home for like a month.
Those were so good. When I was like, oh shit, Steven got COVID. Oh gosh, I gotta work from home now. Oh, that's crazy.
I hated working from home. So that was always like torment. I was like,
I liked working from home because like no one bothered me, and I could shit excessively and no one would bother me. Last thing I'll say before we go.
Yeah, because what time is it?
2:51.
Okay, yeah, so we should wrap up.
I almost shit my pants like 2 days ago.
What?
No, I'm being serious.
What?
Yeah, I feel like we always devolve into shit and piss at one point. I always devolve into shit and piss at one point.
Yeah, I was like, no, we.
I was driving home from work. It was like 11:30. I pull up to my house. I pull up. How about that? The Happy Bar videos.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I pull up and I park, and it's like and I'm chilling. I have IBS, so I take my little meds. I'm doing my thing, and I'm fine the whole day. Cool. Park, and I'm like, I'm just gonna walk up to my apartment. And when I did, I felt like I was like, what is this? I was like an anime. I was like, what is this? Melanie. And I was like, all right, so what I'm going to do is, you know what I mean? I'm a crop dust behind me, and I'm going to just do the dash and go up. So when I did that, I was like, I had to like stop the floodgates. I was like, hold on. This seems like it's leading into something more. So I am not joking. I had to put all the weight on my left side, and I had all my stuff on my left side, and I was hobbling up the stairs, and I made it to my apartment.
I cannot.
And since I have these tight-ass jeans I wear, bro, I didn't
wanted to
even
like
take
kill
my,
yourself.
no, I just with one hand I ripped my belt off, and the other hand I just like I tore my pants open like fucking like dude, I really, and then like it started, the fireworks began as I was sitting down. So I was like, I don't know if I made it. And bro, I was scared. I was like, I was sweating. I got naked. I think I put out naked, bro. I was sweating, dog. It was raining too, and it wasn't even that hot outside, bro. I got inside when I hopped over. If I have the ring footage, I'll fucking show you. I like hobbled over, and I like opened the door. I didn't even lock the door. Like someone could have just murdered me mid shit. Like, and I literally, when I tell you that I'm talking about sweating, like beads of sweat were coming. I was like, dude, I was like trying to catch my breath. I was like, I acted like I just been like, I was fighting for my, like fight or flight activated at that one moment. Like I was like, either like I was like, either I shit my pants here or it was scary. It took everything out of me. And when I tell you that it was a moment that I really started to reflect on a lot of things. It was a life-changing moment. So guys, always carry wipes because you don't want to be like me. But anyways, on that note,
thank you for listening.
Yeah, no. On that note, always flush twice, always use spray, and always follow us on social media. We are the We Are Not Okay Pod. I'm Jonan.
And I'm Melanie.
You can follow me. We can follow us at the WERE Not Okay.
Yeah, so basically like that, but without any of the things. I'll put it at the bottom.
Yeah, we'll put it at the bottom. So follow us. You can follow me. You can connect with me. Tell me about your shit stories at Jonan is Win, Jonan is Win altogether. We could talk about, shoot me a topic of, don't shoot me, but you can shoot me a topic of what you want we could talk about, or, what you thought was funny, what you didn't, how you almost shit your pants. Or if you have stories to tell us.
Yeah, maybe we can have like
some stories, in our DMs, and we'll tell you.
Yeah. And I'm on Moonraker Melanie. Yes. Also can reach me at WERENOTOK pod.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure that's also our email address. So if you ever wanted to email us.
Yeah, whatever stories you guys have.
Whatever story.
Yeah, whatever topic. But
feedback,
yes.
Anything.
Whatever it is you want to talk about. But thank you guys for listening again.
Yeah, thank you.
And we'll be back next week.
We'll be back. See ya. Bye.